Congressman Jack Burns. And I recognize the gentleman from the state of New York.
The Empire State, after caucusing during the opening credits and realizing we are in a position to put Reagan over the top and thereby put him in our debt, so he'll send federal money funding our way, are bailing out on a number of candidates whom some of us think are more qualified, but they can't do diddly for us now. So we are going with the one who has a lock and cast all 123 delegate votes for the next president of the United States. If he doesn't screw up, Ronald Reagan!
As you have just seen, Ronald Reagan's nomination was made unanimous, and he is, as was predicted, the Republican nominee. Who his running mate will be is probably the only surprise left for this evening, and perhaps my co-anchor for tonight might have an opinion on that.
Well, Meredith, whoever he chooses has to be a man of integrity, strength of character, and intelligence. But the most important quality he must have is the ability to kiss backsides.
Now, do you have any idea who his choice might be?
Well, I thought the governor of Illinois demonstrated all the qualities I mentioned. He was in favor of the ERA, but when he heard he was in the running, he reversed his stand and supported the anti-Reagan forces. That's the kind of commitment to selling out that makes a good vice president.
Mr. Nixon, Mr. Reagan should be arriving at the convention center shortly, so let's get back to the floor, shall we?
As I was saying, Meredith, I was with Barbara in China, and I asked her if she wanted to have a drink. And she said to me,
with the final closing prayer.
You know, thank you, Mrs. Claymore, first of all. As a clergyman, I'm not supposed to be political. But oh, Lord, how good it is to see that this party has attempted to reach out and take into its bosom every race, every creed, every color. And oh, Lord, he's been accused of being too old. And yet old age and old folks are the farthest thing away from his mind. As a matter of fact, he's the only candidate who, as governor, fought to keep old folks out of the old age homes by cutting back on the funds needed to run them.
Are you trying to kill us? Ladies and gentlemen, we just got word Ronnie has arrived outside the convention hall.
Get your autograph?
Not yet, no, I'm sorry. No. Hello.
Okay, come on, get him that room. Everyone back. Everybody back. Stay back.
Hello. You know, in our travels throughout this various country, so many decent people like yourselves come up to Nancy and I and say...
Excuse me, I don't mean to upset you, but it's a bust.
Well, I'm not holding anything. Only my memory pills. I forgot the other ones.
Oh, dear, they're waiting for us inside.
Well, let them wait. You know, it's the little people, like this gentleman, who are the backbone of this country, you know? Look at him. He's handicapped. No arms, no legs, no torso. Yet he's come to the convention.
Ronald's only joking. He has a wonderful sense of humor.
No, I'm not joking, Nancy. If elected, my opponent would put a handicapped man like that on welfare. But that man has courage. If elected, remind me to get him a job as a geek in a sideshow.
I will do that, dear. I will do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States of America, Ronald Reagan.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. It is a great honor to be chosen as president of the Screen Actors Guild. My opponents, such as Walter Houston and S.E. Cuddles Zakal, are all good men, but they're too old to lead this union in what we...
Ronnie, this is for the President of the United States. Did you take your pills?
Oh, yes, I did. I was just drawing a parallel. You see, there's no great difference in driving the commies out of Hollywood, as we did in the 50s, and driving them out of Afghanistan now. It's just a longer drive.
Yeah!
You know, in our travels throughout this great country, people come up to Nancy and I and say, when are we going to stop talking about nuclear weapons and start using them? Yeah! And I say to them, in 1960, we had the capability to destroy the world 10 times over. Now we have only the capability to destroy the world 8 times over. I think it's a sorry statement about this country when world population is growing faster than our ability to wipe it out.
Mr. Chairman, I want to know what Governor Reagan thinks of the ERA. I want to know.
Well, I think it's the best means we have to measure a pitcher's performance.
The Equal Rights Amendment. You haven't even considered a woman vice president.
Excuse me, may I say something here? I'm sorry. As a woman, I am proud to say that my husband is about to announce his choice of vice presidential candidate.
Well, it has been a difficult decision. All those who sucked up to me these past few months have been good, decent men. But I believed we need a balanced ticket. Someone who has great youth appeal, who is experienced in appearing before the public eye. But more important, someone who is just as fit to assume the highest office in the land as any other political figure I know. Well, they say that politics makes us strange bedfellows, but not in this case, because he and I first slept together long before I married Nancy. I give you the next Vice President of the United States, Bonzo!
Are you surprised with Mr. Reagan's choice?
Oh, no, I've known Bonzo for years. As I recall, one day he ate about 18.5 minutes of tape I had lying around. But how are you going to get mad at a monkey?
Well, it is getting late. Looks like it's bedtime for Bonzo, and it appears that Mr. Reagan has already fallen asleep. So from Convention Central, this is Mary Edith Burrell reporting.